Good morning, my zombies. So today I wanted to talk about a little bit of me growing up and just sharing a little bit about why Zombie Baby got into punk and felt the way I did about it. I've been really nervous making this video. I tried to make this video like 5 times maybe, and I feel stupid at the end, so I delete it. I don't really tell stories good because I seem to like I'll skip some and then I'll go back, so I'm gonna do this the best way that Zombie Baby can. And for my little zombies, the little bit that I am gonna share with you guys, please don't think it's cool. It's not. I mean, I wasn't bad, but anyway, so I just want to say it to my baby zombies, please don't copy me or think it's cool. It's not. So I fell in love with the whole punk music and the way my sister would dress and the way my brother would dress and all their friends, and just the different, like how different it was. I was so attracted to it. I didn't come from the very best family, and I didn't come from a very normal family either. So I thought when I grew up, I just thought I was weird anyways. I didn't think I was normal. I don't know, I never felt like I fit in anywhere, and it was stupid because I was at a very young age, and so my outlook on things was a lot different than the neighborhood kids say, because where I grew up at was in a very, 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 very ghetto area, and it was like, it was all gangsters and everything. And then my family, don't know how, I really don't know how they moved there or whatever. I don't know. Anyways, so when I grew up, I used to hear my sister listening to all this punk music. I used to see my brother playing in his band, and him going to, like, talking about going to shows and stuff. That I grew up with all that. My mom, she listened to blues, oldies, classic rock. She listened to everything. So it was like everything was in my house. All different types of genres was in my house. But I clinged on, and goth too. I clinged on to punk the most because I had this anger inside me that I did not know was anger until I grew up. And I don't know, just the feel of the music. And then when I got to go to my first show, it was just the feeling that it was like, wow, somebody gets me. And as stupid and cheesy as that sounds, that's exactly what I felt like. Like, I felt like somebody out there got me, and they're just yelling the lyrics out, and it's just what I felt. All the aggression. When you go into a pit, I lived for going into pits. I did not care. And it would be funny because every time I get in a pit, somebody would be guarding me. I would push and shove and all that shit, and then it's always funny. But so I grew up with that. When I would go to school, say about the 5th grade was the first time I ever bleached my hair. I used to watch my sister do hair, and I used to always see her do her friends' hair in tri-hawks, mohawks. I mean, different colors, you name it. It was like she had like a painting. She had dyes up the ass. So one day in the 5th grade, I discovered that, hey, it's not hard. I'll do what she does. So I grabbed a bottle of Pine Green, and I forgot the name of the dye. It was so long ago, but I bleached my hair. I did exactly what she would do, and I had hair to almost my at my waist at the time, and I bleached it all. And I don't know how it did not fall out. I don't know. I'm pretty sure I didn't do it right, but I mean, I did everything that I seen her do. And then I threw Pine Green in my hair, and I was so in love with it. I was so proud of myself, and I couldn't wait to show her. And let's just say when my mom got home later that day from going to a doctor's appointment or something or other, it was 100 and something degrees. It was midsummer, and I threw a beanie on because I was scared of what my mom was gonna say. And I thought it was cool. I thought she wasn't gonna see it, or even, I thought I got away with it. Well, little did I know, I had like a strand of hair going down, and it was green, and she told me, she goes, "You're sweating and you're wearing a beanie, and it's 100 and something degrees out. Take off the beanie now." And I remember taking it off, and my mom said, "Can't I just have one decent child?" She knew it was gonna hit me. She even told me every time I would come in the house, and this was probably earlier on, and she was just praying that my hair would be what she would hold my breath to see what color my hair would be, because she knew it was gonna hit me, she just didn't know when. And when she seen it, she thought my sister did it. I guess I did a good job because she thought my sister did it. So my sister came by to visit. My mom laid into her, and my sister looked at me and she said, "Who did your hair?" I did. And then she kind of had that look of, and you know your hair could have fell out, right? And all that good stuff. So yeah, that was the first time I dyed my hair green. And after that, I went all over the place with it. I even had my hair leopard print once. And but yeah, so that was my first time in that. The music I fell in love with. Shows I fell in love with. I started going to shows really early. Yes, I had older friends and whatnot like that. And looking back at it, if one of my zombies were to do that, I would be so pissed off. I mean, so pissed off and scared. So I could only imagine how my mom felt when I would leave the house and come back later on and stuff. So unfortunately, like I said, I didn't have the best family. I needed something to get me, like, to take my mind off of it, or just to get away. And when I would go to a show and go into a pit and just let all my frustration out, that was the best thing for me. Like, that's why I got addicted to going to shows, because it was just my outlet, and I could get away from everything and everyone, and I could just be myself, I guess. So as how I got into the goth, I've always been attracted to that. I've had that. Again, it was in my household. I seen it at a very young age. My very dear best friend, she was into goth. Like how I love punk, she loved goth, and we were like attached to each other's hip. It was so weird, and but it was very cool. I loved her so much. She taught me stuff that I didn't know about goth, and I guess she said I kind of helped her out with punk. We were helping each other out. Remind you, we were little, and so at the time when we got into this and we discovered ourselves, we took a lot of beatings. Literally, we would get jumped, and it wasn't like I woke up in the morning and said, "Hey, I want to be different." It's just something that got me, and it was something that got her, and together we would get jumped on a daily basis, practically on a daily basis, because it wasn't understood, I guess. So when you don't understand something, assholes like to fight it or whatever. So I guess we were a threat. But anyways, see, I'm going everywhere with this story. Anyway, so long story short, as my best friend was into goth, I was into punk. We basically, our first few years looked like Hot Topics had took a dump on us. And I regretfully wish I could take that back. I wish I could go back in time and slap both of us and tell us to stop being little cool, try to be little cool people. But yeah, we literally threw anything and everything on of our brothers and sisters. Oh God, it was embarrassing. But yeah, that was my little journey into it. And as I got older, I learned better, and as my best friend got older, she got better with it. And if it wasn't for her, I would be clueless. I always was attracted to Halloween. I was always attracted to dark things. I've always, from an early age. So it's like everything around me, like it was just me. And for me and my best friend, we had each other, and we had what we liked. And I would take her to shows as she would take me to goth clubs. They're very much different, yes, but together it's like, you know, my side of it was more like a fuck you, get away. I fuck you, hate you, kiss my ass. And on her side, it's more mellowed out. I felt like goths back then were more, I felt like they were more sophisticated, like acting. I don't know what that meant, like acting. Sophisticated and more poised and more like grown up, as you can say, because we were young. And she was like a little Susie's and the Banshees, and like, I can't think of other names right now, but it was like, it was all her. Like, it was just crazy. But she acted like a little lady. It was so awesome, as I act like a little punk ass. And yeah. So, but yeah, I just loved it. I love both sides. I always have, but my attraction for punk was more, and it was just more of my anger inside that later on I figured out it was anger that I had. And so I don't know if this story's gonna make sense, but I'm just gonna leave it because I'm tired of deleting it. I'm just trying to share a little bit of an experience. So as I went through that growing up and figuring out who I am and this and that, blah blah blah, and I don't know, I just accepted the fact that I wasn't normal. I accepted the fact that I wish I could just be like everyone else, and at the time it wasn't normal. Now it's everywhere. Hot Topics turned into something else now, but I mean, Hot Topics used to be the place to go for the ones who are just getting into it, I guess, and all that. I used to avoid it like the plague because I thought I was too cool for it. And even to this day, I take my zombies in there, and there isn't really anything now. It turned into like more mainstream hip-hop stuff. To me, it did. Anyway, so that was me. That's me growing up. It was an outlet for me. It helped me through a lot of tough times. It actually, you know, yeah, I can't explain it any more than that. It was just more me, and I struggled with it for a long time because I wish I didn't like the music. I just wanted to be something different. I got tired of getting chased home, all that bad stuff. But now it helped shape me into the person I am today. If it wasn't for goth and it wasn't for punk, I don't know where I'd be. I love the fact that now it's more accepting or more accepted. But as for like, I get scared talking about this only because I just don't know if I don't want to step on anyone's toes. If you're like, oh, you like goth, oh, but you like punk, I don't care. I grew up around it. I loved it, and that's that. But as for my little baby zombies out there who are just discovering music of their own, with whether it be rap, anything, hip hop, punk, anything, just know if you're different, still to this day there are assholes out there, and you're gonna have to take it. You don't have to take nothing, but you're gonna have to just accept that they're assholes, and just some things don't change, and don't let it deter you from being you. Do what you feel, as long as it's not bad. Do what you feel, like what you like, be who you are. Don't be ashamed of it. Don't be like me. I was ashamed of it at first because I didn't even understand it. Like, I didn't understand how this weird thing got me. I went like this. Anyway, so I'm a little bit nervous, but that's just my advice. You know, people, not everyone's gonna like what you like, and you can't please everyone. Don't be something you're not. If you are into something that you're into, I say, you know, to me, I say ignore them. They're not going to understand it anyways, and why are you going to waste your breath on something like that? And why are you going to change who you are for them? Forget those other people. You're who you are. This is your life, so you do what you want. As long as it's not bad. So anyway, so that's my little messed up story on me growing up and why I have this attraction for the dark side, if you will. And I can't do this quotation shit, so I'm going to stop doing that. Anyways, just know that everyone likes what they like. You may not like rap, but the person sitting next to you may be heavily influenced with rap. You may like whatever, and the person next to you may not like what you're and whatever. Trust me, I struggled with all of it. I had to deal with all the prejudice of it. I had to deal with people looking down at me. To this day, as I'm a grown-up, I really don't consider myself anything other than a zombie baby. Other than Zombie Baby now, and other than what I would say a mom with a band shirt on, and some piercings. That's all. I mean, I don't consider myself really nothing, but I am more into the goth than I have been. But I mean, it's still the same thing to me. It's still all the same things that I loved growing up, minus I still love going to punk shows, and I still love getting in. To this day, I will get into a pit as long as it, and I know Teddy Bear's right there ready to punch someone if it gets out of line. So, but anyways, that's not the point. The point is, I still like what I like, and I'm a mom. I'm a zombie baby. I don't care how old I am. I mean, it's not like I'm going out there being ridiculous and being a dumb shit about it. I mean, this is who I am. I'm always gonna love it. I'm gonna be 90 years old, probably still piercing and getting more tattoos. Who knows? But I just know that when my zombies get older, whatever they like, they're gonna like, and I don't want them to be ashamed of it. So yeah, so that was a little bit about me. I wish I would have had questions because, like I said, I could follow questions better than I could tell my own story. But just know that, yeah. So if I consider myself a weirdo with the band shirt on, a weirdo mom with the band shirt on. There you go. So, anyways, all right, my zombies, I'm gonna check this and I'm gonna upload it, and I hope it doesn't sound too stupid because, like I said, my mind is shit now, and I cannot tell a story to save my life, even a true story, so... Alright, my zombies, I love you all, and I can't wait to see you in the next video. Bye!